guys, Big Red 310s here again, post Rock's birthday celebration to give you his thoughts on Raw. Yes, I am wearing my hat. I know it makes me look like a geek and a mark. I don't give a fuck. I went to a WWE show wearing a Daniel Bryan t-shirt. I guarantee you there was almost no other shirt in that movie. I do not care, because I had so much fun. The funnest I probably ever had at a WWE show. Maybe even including WrestleMania. I'm not sure. But this was just so ridiculously amount of fun. First off, I got this hat. I got balloons. And I got confetti. Now I have to pick all that up. That's just great. And I got this nice birthday hat, which I'm going to keep on for the rest of the video. This was so much fun. I thoroughly enjoyed myself at this show. You know, people always say how WWE shows, once you become a smart mark, quote unquote, WWE shows aren't very entertaining. And I kind of got to disagree after going tonight. I will admit, I was kind of surprised this was a live show. I mean, obviously, when you have The Rock, you have to have The Rock on TV. But the way it was formatted, I thought it would be more like a house show type of thing. Like where Bret Hart did his, like the Bret Hart Remembrance show or something like that, where he wrestled a match, and then they had like this big ceremony for him afterwards. Like, I'm envisioning Rock's birthday, and I'm like, that's a house show idea, but it has The Rock, so it has to be on TV, so I wasn't exactly sure how it would go. And I thought it actually went pretty well. First off, it's nice to see The Rock. The Rock is great. The Rock is awesome. He was really over, obviously. You know, he's the reason people went. More people than normal. Usually, almost the entire upper area is tarped off because they don't get enough people. But today, like a good 3/4 of the area was full with fans, and only a quarter of the upper area was tarped off. So that was good. And he came out. He cut a good promo. He and Cole had a good interaction. I thought that was fun. Then what happened? Then I believe, that segment did go really long, I will admit, because there was this idiot who sat in front of me. By the way, you probably could have seen me. I told my brothers about going to Raw, and The Rock would be there, and they were like, "Oh, that sounds awesome, man! I haven't seen The Rock in a long time. Let me look for tickets." And my older brother found these amazing tickets. Like I just saw the replay. I was on TV all the time. I sat in 5th row, right behind Jerry Lawler, Jr. and Josh Matthews. Like, you could see whenever the camera zooms to them, specifically after the John Morrison R-Truth promo, previous segment, like the segment where John Morrison attacked R-Truth on the draft, right after that and right before, they show the replay of Cena cutting the promo during Extreme Rules about Osama bin Laden being dead. Those two instances where they go to the commentators, you can see me waving towards the camera, saying hi, like all this stuff. And you can pretty much see me throughout the show. In The Rock's opening promo, if you pause it correctly, right when The Rock and Michael Cole are in the ring, you can see all 4 of my brothers. And it was just amazing seats, and we had an awesome time. The view was incredible. That was the best seats I've ever sat at a wrestling show ever. Because you have to realize, I'm not used to being this close. Even when I went to Ring of Honor, I sat first row balcony. Don't get me wrong, that's pretty close, but it's not like I still felt like I'm kind of watching it from a distance. This 5th row made me feel like I was really a part of what was going on in the ring. So that's an improvement. So I've never really been this close to a wrestling show ever. And this was brand new to me, and it was pretty cool, I'm not going to lie. The Rock promo already, I thought that was fun. I thought it went too long. Like, I checked my phone after that was over, and it said 9:30. I was like, holy fuck. Did we just see a full quarter of the show on that one segment? Far too long. The Pitbull stuff I thought was a waste of time. I thought that was during the commercial, actually. I didn't know that was actually being shown on television, because I didn't think, why would they show it on television? But that was retarded, too. Throughout the night, we had a bunch of celebrities saying goodbye, happy birthday to The Rock, which I thought were, whatever. Then we got the John Morrison R-Truth stuff. I like this feud a lot, because when they announced this match, I was like, what? You're giving away this match on free TV? And who's going to go over? I mean, come on, this is bullshit. Both of them need the win. And then Truth comes out and just lays Morrison out. I'm like, perfect. Continue the feud. Fine by me. Then we got, I believe, Maurice and Kelly. They wrestled for all of 2 seconds before Karma came out and laid out Maurice as Kelly was tearing the fear. I've seen people complain, why didn't Kelly run away? She's face. Yeah, I get it. Kong is scary, but the baby face isn't supposed to look like a chicken shit. So, sorry, she had to stay. Maurice was knocked out, theoretically. So, yeah, that was pretty cool. I really like that. Did we get Cena Miz next? I remember we didn't get we got a backstage segment with The Rock, and Santino, and I don't want to talk about that. But I believe we did get Cena versus Miz. This was a really good TV match. I was a little bored with it at first. At first, I wasn't too into it, and I was on my phone checking Twitter. And my brother, because my brothers know I'm a huge wrestling fan. They used to be too before like 2006, 2007. But even though they know I watch all these other independents, they think that I'm still this huge WWE fan. And so he goes to me, "Why are you pretending to be so disinterested?" And I'm like, "I'm not pretending to be so disinterested. I am legitimately disinterested." He goes, "Why? It's WWE." And I said, "Yes, I still like it, but this shit is boring still. I love coming to these shows for the experience, for the atmosphere, not for the actual wrestling itself. And this wrestling was boring." And he goes, "Oh, all right." But the match then got really good. When Miz hit the skull crushing finale, I actually thought he might have had like a 10% chance of winning the title. It was like, nah. And then Cena kicks out, and I was like, yeah. And then Cena got up and immediately gave Miz the FU, and I was like, 1, 2. And then Miz kicked out, and I literally like jumped up. I was like, what? What? Cena kicks out, Miz kicks out of the FU on Raw? I couldn't believe it. Oh, by the way, the skull crushing finale near fall. The crowd had hated Cena. I will admit, the crowd had hated Cena because of The Rock and also partly due to the shit that happened in Survivor Series. But the crowd did not like Cena. And towards the end of this match, they were really wanting him to win. That's the sign of good workers. So for those of you who crap on Cena and The Miz, they made the crowd get into Cena by the end of this. So like this crowd exploded when Cena kicked out. They could not believe it. And then I exploded when The Miz kicked out of the FU because I was like in total shock. And then The Miz, Riley was distracting the referee. I believe Miz hit the title. I don't know. I was tying my shoes, and I looked up, and I see Miz pinning John Cena, and I see the title belt on the floor. I'm like, oh, he probably hit him with the title. I don't know what happened. But I believe he hit him with a title in some sort. And then the ref counts 1, 2. And I'm like, oh, 1, 2. And then the ref goes 3. And I was like, what? A fucking WWE title change that I saw on Raw? Could it be? No way. Miz is celebrating, and then I see the referee going, "Where's the belt?" And I see Miz with the belt in the ring, and I'm like, immediately, I'm like, I know what's going down. I'm picking up confetti here as I'm bending over. Take a nice look at my arm. But yeah, I knew immediately that if that becomes the gif of this video, I'm fucked. I knew immediately. I thought the ref was gonna restart the match, and Cena was gonna almost immediately FU him and get the win. But no. The ref just reversed his decision, disqualified Miz, and gave the win to Cena, which I liked. The Miz came off looking really good here. Like he originally beat Cena, yeah, by heel tactics, but it wasn't due to the interference from someone else. It was more due through his cunningness to get past the referee. That I liked. And then in the end, Miz is the one who thought he should have won the match, and then he gets the title taken away from him. Great. I thought that was really good, actually. Great angle. What next? Did we get... I can't remember any more memorable backstage segments. I remember The Rock was talking to Christian, and the whole conversation was muted. None of the live crowd could hear it. They turned the volume on right when Christian left, and I was like, oh, that's nice. And then he had the whole stare down with Cena, which I thought was really nice. Further building upon the Mania match next year. Then I believe we got Swagger and McIntyre versus Ray and Kofi. This was fun. The crowd was really into it. A lot of good action. I enjoyed it. McIntyre sucks, though. I've never been a big fan of him. And I used to hate him because of his push. Then I kind of just didn't mind him. He even had some good matches on TV with Kofi Kingston and Matt Hardy. But in this match, he was terrible. I'm sorry. Improper selling, mistiming. He was off in a lot of places. I could... How do I say this? You watch his wrestling matches, and then you can so obviously tell professional wrestling is fake. So obviously. Because of how out of place he is in a lot of the spots. That's a problem. That's not a good thing. And so, yeah, McIntyre didn't have a good showing here. Ray looked good. Del Rio attacked Ray after the match, but Ray fought him off. That was fine. I will say, though, LV said in his video how Del Rio literally got no reaction. And I must say, he did not get a reaction here either. Well, here's the thing. I think a lot of it has to do with his entrance, because when they announced Ricardo Rodriguez got a heel reaction. And then he just didn't announce for Del Rio, and the entire place went silent. I don't know what it is. Maybe I think it's part of the entrance. I think they do buy into him because I highly doubt that Ricardo Rodriguez is more over as a heel than Alberto Del Rio is. I highly doubt that. But so I think that has something to do with it. I don't know. But I will admit, when Del Rio came out for his entrance, that crowd did not say a word. No reaction, worst reaction on the show. Yeah. All right, what can I say? That's just how it was. But like I said, I think that more has to do. It can't be that Del Rio's the least over guy in the company. I think it really more has to do with the way his entrance is constructed. Then we got, I believe we got Kane versus Mason Ryan. When I found out about this match, I shrieked in terror, like, oh my god, fuck, this shit's gonna be horrible. And it ended up being all right. It wasn't that bad. Mason Ryan botched like the move immediately. CM Punk ran for the DQ. Nexus started beating down Kane. Big Show came out to make the save, and then Mason Ryan speared Big Show and then walked away. And then they had this great stare down where Nexus was outside the ringside looking, and Mason Ryan looked back, and Mason Ryan just left. Now, it's horrible in the thought that Mason Ryan would go out on his own and have a singles push because he's not ready. He himself has told WWE, stop pushing me. I'm not ready yet. What can you do? So yeah, I thought that segment was whatever. I like the angle, though, I must admit. Well, I don't like that Mason Ryan would have his own singles push, but it gives something new to Nexus. Nexus hasn't really done anything in a while, so I didn't mind it. Then we got the Rock birthday. You all know the story by now. Vince McMahon gave the speech. They had that awesome video package. Maya, I believe is her name, sang the happy birthday song. Then the balloons and confetti, which I just spent picking up in the last few minutes of this video. The confetti and the balloons and the birthday hat. You know, it was just so much fun. I can't really explain it. When the show went off the air, all that confetti and all those balloons everywhere, and everyone having just a good time. It was just a lot of fun. Then The Rock brought two kids into the crowd that were wearing Cena shirts. He brought them into the ring. One looked to be like 4. The other one looked to be like 8 or 9. He asked one of them, the 4-year-old, where were you born? And he goes, here. And then the entire crowd cheers him. And then he asks the other one, where were you born? And then the kid says, Cuba. And The Rock shot him a look. And then the entire place clapped even harder because obviously we don't know by now, Florida's a very, very heavily Cuban populated area, especially South Florida. I myself am Cuban, just so you know. I wasn't born in Cuba, but my parents were and my grandparents were, just so you know. And so really it was an awesome thing, just an awesome moment. He brought in his mother. Like there was one woman that said, bring me into the ring. And The Rock said, I can't bring you into the ring. You're too crazy. So he went to his mother, who literally was 2 rows in front of me. And he introduced everybody to his mother and then to his whole family, and then he left, and then I went and I was like touching the barricade, being a total mark, just wanting to touch anything wrestling related. I wanted to touch the coal mine, but the guard wouldn't let me. My brother did, but I couldn't. So yeah, it was just a lot of fun, man. Like I said, wrestling-wise, that Cena Miz match was pretty good, and the tag match was alright. Not much wrestling though, but there were a lot of good angles. The R-Truth John Morrison stuff, the Karma stuff, the Cena Miz feud, the Mason Ryan Nexus stuff, the Rey and Del Rio or whatever it's going on there. There was a lot of good angles on the show, which is what a TV show should do. And some good enough matches, and I just had so much fun with the birthday celebration. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my live Raw experience. Definitely a great show. One of the best shows I've ever been to. Probably, all right, okay, it wasn't better than Final Battle, but probably the best WWE show I've been to. I mean, it's close. It's this or WrestleMania, but I don't know. It really is that close because I just had so much more fun here. All right, I'm Big Guy 310. I'm out, guys. Have a good day. See ya.